Hi, I'm Felix Harder, fitness coach and Amazon bestselling author. Today I want to show you how to build muscle and lose fat with body weight exercises that you can do wherever and whenever you want. What sets this course apart from others is that I don't want to teach you a few exercises and workout tips and then leave you alone. From my experience, to see lasting results, you need to know how your body works and what kind of environment you need to create to get in shape. This means looking at the science behind building muscle and then designing a workout plan that is ideal for you as a beginner. In the program, I will not only give you the complete bodyweight workout, but also a step-by-step muscle building formula and a step-by-step fat loss formula. We will go over the most important rules of nutrition and what you as a beginner need to focus on. This includes debunking a few fitness myths, for example that you don't have to work out 5 times a week or consume excessive amounts of protein every day. To help you train with perfect form, you also get access to exercise videos, and as a bonus, I included my 100-page ebook, Bodyweight Basics, with 44 additional bodyweight exercises. I want to thank you for checking out my course, and if you liked it so far, be sure to read the description for more details and watch the preview clips.
Hi, and welcome to the Build Muscle Without a Gym program. First, I want to thank you for checking out the course. I truly believe that it will teach you everything you need to know to get started and see results as quickly as possible. To give you a better understanding of what it's all about, let me show you the course overview. I divided the program into 4 main sections. As you can see, Section 1 is the introduction, in which we are right now. Section 2 goes over the science behind building muscle and losing fat, while Section 3 is the actual workout program with step-by-step instructions and exercise videos to help you train properly. These 2 sections, 2 and 3, are really the core of this course and what sets it apart from others. If you really want to see results, it's not enough to follow some random workout plan. You have to understand how your body operates and how exactly you can get it to build muscle and lose fat. There is actual science behind this process, and I will teach you how you can use it to your advantage. The last section covers another important aspect which is often forgotten: how to set goals and stay motivated. Here I talk about SMART goals and share tips that have helped me stay motivated throughout the years. Let me finish this introduction by asking you one question. Are you ready to transform your body with a workout that is proven to get you results? Then let's start. Okay, in this segment I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about the science behind building muscle and strength. Even though the process itself is very straightforward and logical, there is a lot of misunderstanding about it. This is mostly due to contradictory information found on the internet or bad advice given by people that simply don't know what they're talking about. In my experience, the easiest way to explain how to get your body to build more muscle is by using the muscle building formula. It's super simple, yet still contains everything you need to know. As you can see, the formula consists only of 3 different variables that will determine your success. Whenever you want to force your body to build more muscle than you currently have, you'll have to do 3 things. First, there's the obvious training aspect. If you don't stress your muscles, they won't have to adapt, meaning they won't have to grow. Then there's the dietary aspect. You need to provide your body with enough calories so it has the tools to build more muscle tissue. And last but not least, something many people forget, you have to give your body time to rest. Otherwise, it will not be able to recover from the increased stress placed on the muscles while training. Let us take a look at each of these aspects in detail. When creating our workout and coming up with the right exercises, we need to keep in mind that our end goal is to build more overall muscle. There are some exercises better suited for this purpose than others. They're called compound exercises or compound movements. Instead of targeting just one muscle, compound movements work several muscles at once by utilizing multiple joints when doing the exercise. The normal push-up, for example, which is one of the more traditional compound movements, works not only your chest, but also your triceps, your back, and your abs. When doing these exercises, it's important that you know how to properly perform them. Otherwise, you will not only build less muscle, but also risk joint problems and injuries. But don't worry, in part 2 of this program, I'll show you exactly how to do all the exercises you need in a good workout. Now, once you got all the basics down, which I'll teach you in part 2, there's another important concept that many people forget about. It's called the concept of progressive overload, which basically says that in order to build more and more muscle over longer periods of time, you will need to increase the stress placed on them. For someone who trains at a gym, this is pretty simple because there's always more weight you can add to the bar. However, if we want to work out at home with minimal equipment and only our bodies, we'll have to come up with a different strategy. What most beginners do here is that they simply increase the number of reps they do every set. After a while, they'll have become better and better and be able to do, let's say, 50 push-ups without taking a break, but wonder why they haven't put on as much muscle as they had expected. The science behind this phenomenon is pretty simple. When increasing the number of reps beyond a certain point, which is around 15, you'll train your muscles more and more in endurance and less in strength. Endurance training itself isn't bad, of course, but when wanting to build more muscle, strength training is a lot more efficient. Just look at sprinters that run a 100-meter dash versus marathon runners that run 42 kilometers. The first one is a lot more muscular, while the second one is skinnier and more lean. You might be asking yourself, if I shouldn't be doing more than 15 or let's say 20 reps per set, how can I increase the stress on my muscles? Since you can't just add weight to the bar because you're not using one, what you have to do is progress to a harder variation of an exercise you're already doing. For example, many beginners start by doing knee push-ups because the normal push-up is a little too difficult for them. So what you should be doing is once you hit the point where you can do 15 to 20 knee push-ups, go to the normal push-up. Then, once you hit the point where you can do 15 to 20 normal push-ups, do the pike push-up, which is a variation of the normal push-up that I'll show you, which is a little more difficult. There are variations for pretty much every exercise in this program, so don't worry about becoming too strong for it. Now, once you have mastered all the variations of the exercises that I'll show you, there are a few ways that you can still increase the resistance and make them more difficult. One simple trick, for example, is to take a backpack and simply load it up with bottles of water or heavy books. You'll then be doing the same exercises as before, but with an increased overall body weight, forcing your muscles to adapt again and grow. Okay, let's quickly talk about cardio before going to the nutrition part of the muscle building formula. What role cardio will play in your workout really depends on your goals. I, for example, am not a big fan of cardio because I have a really fast metabolism. This means that even when I sit around all day, my body will burn a lot of calories. Before starting to work out, I was a really skinny guy, and my main concern was to pack on size. I remember eating big amounts of food, and had I been doing a lot of cardio, then I would have had to eat even more. If this applies to you as well, then you should really limit your cardio at first. Because remember, the purpose of cardio is to burn calories, which is only helpful when you're trying to lose weight and not when you're trying to build muscle. While it is possible for beginners to do both at the same time, we'll focus on that in the next lesson, the weight loss formula. For now, just keep in mind that when you want to build muscle, less calories burned is actually a good thing. That doesn't mean, of course, you shouldn't be doing any cardio at all. It's a great way to train your heart and lungs, and it will help raise your overall fitness level. This brings me to the second part of the muscle building formula. Nowadays, many people think of calories as evil things that need to be avoided. But in fact, when wanting to build muscle, there is almost nothing more important than a caloric surplus. Imagine you have a house and you want to expand it. You want to build another floor on top. What do you need? Extra bricks. When building muscle, calories are your bricks. They measure the energy stored in our food. Without this energy, your body will not be able to grow more muscle tissue, which in turn renders your exercise pretty much pointless. This might come as a surprise to you. I know that many people think they should always be eating less calories. They think that eating more will only make them fat, and they're usually afraid of going into caloric surplus. This is where good versus bad calories come into play. In theory, you could only eat pizza and ice cream and you would quickly reach your caloric surplus. Obviously, this is not what is meant when talking about taking in enough healthy calories. You really need to make sure to watch your proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and make sure to not get them from sources such as fast food. But don't worry, we'll talk about this more in the nutrition part of this program. Besides your workout and diet, recovery is the third main factor on your road to muscle glory. What you need to know is that the exercise itself works only as a trigger for muscle growth. During your training, you overload the muscles and break down muscle fibers. If you provide your body with the right nutrition and enough time to recover, they will grow back larger in order to withstand higher workloads in the future. Keep in mind that muscles don't grow while you train, but afterwards. The body builds stronger muscle fibers only when it has time to recover, and this is done for the most part while we sleep. You should be getting at least 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night. Anything below 7 hours and you'll sacrifice possible muscle gains and even your health in general. If you find yourself under a lot of stress or simply can't sleep that long, try taking regular naps throughout the day. There are also other ways to maximize your recovery ability, like meditating, massages, or even prescription drugs. However, they can only enhance your rest and should never substitute a good night of sleep. Push-ups target your chest, triceps, shoulders, and core. They are one of the most efficient body weight movements you can do and should be included in every body weight workout program. Lie on the floor face down and place your hands slightly wider than shoulder width while holding your torso up at arm's length. As you inhale, lower yourself downward while keeping your body straight until your chest almost touches the floor. Now breathe out and push your upper body back up to the initial position while squeezing your chest. Pause at the contracted position, then lower yourself downward again. Repeat for as many repetitions as needed. Many beginners have difficulties doing the regular push-up. In that case, I recommend doing knee push-ups. Here, you cross your ankles and have your feet in the air. Knee push-ups are performed in the same manner as the standard push-up, except that you're on your knees instead of your feet.